You are looking live at Pro Skate in Monmouth Junction, New Jersey, where the New Jersey Rockets U19 AA Girls, the Rockets Black, are getting set to take on the York Devils. Hi everybody, it's Joe Rizzo bringing you the action and glad to do it. It's the AGHF Showcase, the first of 4 games on the weekend. Rockets will be taking on the team that last season was their most heated rival just because of the way that game actually turned out, and these teams have not met since then. That also marked the most viewed video since I've been starting doing this little foray for about 3 seasons or so. But what we can bank on here is that it's going to be a quality, hard-fought game between the 2 top teams in the AGHF standings at the moment. The Devils come in at 9-0, the Rockets 9-1 in league play. So this is a big one. And if you're confused at the uniforms, well, we'll help you get settled with that. Rockets have the white jerseys on. They have black numerals trimmed in red. The Devils, with mostly black jerseys, with red trim and red numerals. So, Devils in the more dark jerseys, Rockets in the more light jerseys. We'll kind of try to figure that out as we go along and reiterate that. Bridget Bayless will defend the goal to your YouTube left. Arialis Markland, who's still at the bench with her teammates, will defend the goal to our YouTube right. We take the center perch here at Pro Skate because we're expecting more up and down action. It's not what we'd usually like with the screen up there. That sort of hinders the quality of the video, but we'll just have to live with it. It's 2022 technology anyway. The nets look brand new. I don't know if that comes over so well, but the nets look brand new. Cici Nieves will start it at center. Hope Menichello on the left wing. Francesca Hansen on the right. Liftoff, period 1, game 1, AGHF Showcase. Devils in black. They're from York, Pennsylvania. Rockets in the white jerseys with the black pants. Grace Matone on the left D, Kira Redmond on the right D. Devils attack. Rockets move it up the near side wall. Menichello breaks out with Nieves. It'll be 3-on-3. She gets shielded off and has to dump it in. Hansen changes, Nieves pursues. Kept in at the point, but the Devils defenseman is able to move it out quickly. Comes all the way down where Matone was ready to retrieve it, but it crossed the end line before that could happen, and it's an icing. There is a center scoreboard, but it doesn't appear to be functioning. So there is one that you could see in the screen, and it shows that 43 seconds have elapsed in the first period, 17-minute periods. Comercar wrist shot, save Bayless, rebound in there, Cook nearly put it in. So Bayless gets the first 2 shots of the game. They come down to the Devils. I'm not going to be able to get much on the jerseys there. They're impossibly hard to read with the netting up there. Here comes Comercar. This is her first full game action since game 1 of the season. So good to have 19 back in white. Whistle on the offsides. 15:40 left, period 1. Rockets and the York Devils. Connolly jumps out there to take the face-off. Rizzo on the left, and Mia Rodriguez makes her season debut. That's number 36 right there. She chips it up the near side boards. Rizzo shields off a defender, tries to get to it. Goes back to Connolly in neutral ice, and she plays it back to Redmond. Redmond sends it up right up the middle for Rizzo, tips it to Rodriguez in front of the bench on the Devil side. Rizzo chips it in, can't get past the Devils player is stuck out a leg over there. Comes up the near side boards. York will break it out, but Rodriguez interrupts it, and Connolly is there as well. They dump it in. 0-0 through 2 minutes of action. Chipped off the boards by Rodriguez for Connolly, who tries to break it up the wing, but it's kept in at the point. Now it gets out in front of the Rockets bench, and the Devils retreated all the way back to their own end. Rizzo putting pressure here, just out of screen for a moment. Could probably get you a little bit better picture of the ice all the way. Centering feed, Markland knocks it away, chipped up the far side boards, and they move it out. That's Nieves 1-on-2 now. 1-on-1, she'll pursue and force the play up the near side boards. Rockets have a change out there. Nieves out with Menichello and Hansen. So the Rockets 3 lines strong, really for the first time maybe this season. And that's still with the captain sidelined, Peyton Jacobus. PJ still waiting to rejoin the ranks. Hopefully that'll come sometime soon. Centering feed knocked away by Nieves. Battle in front. Markland makes one save and a second save and covers up. Applause all around for both teams. So the York Devils with their first big pressure of the game, and the Rockets hold serve. Nieves on the dot. Hansen jumps in from the slot. Wheeling. They try to move it at the net, but it doesn't get all the way through. Bruno and Fox now the defense pair. And Menichello moves it out, gets through one, and she'll skate it through the middle, past Ryder. Couldn't get it all the way down and through. Nieves had to retreat back. Ryder's going to bring this one up. And the Devils will move it in. Centering feed knocked away by Redmond and shielded and banked off the boards. Oh, Menichello was trying to get off to the races there. Blocked down by Grace Matone. She's got a little room and she's going to take it. Matone will get in, dump it, and hit the brakes there as Grace Ulrich, Izzy Cook, and Kirsty Comercar join the fray up front. They battle for it on the wall in front of the York bench and send it through to the Rockets into the York zone. Devils get it out, but Matone is there to cut it off, steer it forward. Cook couldn't quite get the handle, and the Devils send it toward the Rockets' end, but can't get it in. Ulrich is going to pick that one up, dump it. The Rockets will change D behind the play. 2 defense pairs, 3 forward lines for the Rockets. The Devils look like they have about the same. So pretty even in terms of the manpower. Sent at the net gingerly and stopped and covered by Markland for the faceoff with 12:30 left in period 1. No score. Rockets and the York Devils. Rockets wearing, if you've just tuned in, the white jerseys. York wearing the black jerseys. Connolly on the dot. She wins it back to the D and sends it up for Rizzo, who will chip it along the boards on the near side and race back after it on the dump. Can't pick it off there, but Connolly is able to knock it down for a moment at the near side hash. Can't keep it in. Bruno sends it forward. Rizzo, Rodriguez now. Mia can't get through traffic there. There were 3 Devils and 1 Rocket. But Connolly picks it up and sends it back in. We're under 12 minutes left now, so 5 minutes elapsed, no score. Rockets on the shots, down 5-2. Is that right? Devils move it on the near side wall. Rodriguez hounding over there, so she's way down low. Chipped up the boards for Rizzo, maybe going to be too strong unless it spins on net, and it doesn't. So the whistle is for the icing. Face off won by the Devils. Sent through traffic. Markland knocks it down and sweeps it away with the paddle. Devils try to move it to the point. They send it out too much. That's why it's not going to be an icing. York sent this down themselves. They pick it up there, chip it up the near side boards, and Nieves steps in to grab that. It comes out to Hansen, and Tootie draws 3 defenders right away and sends it to the near side boards. Hard around, but kept in by Redmond. Goes behind the net. The Devils pick it up and send it up the far side boards, but Hansen steps in again. Shot doesn't make it through goal, but Redmond picks it up at the point. Devils get it out, but Matone's right there. Curls it on the backhand, spins to Redmond, who sends it across ice. Not going to be an icing because there's a Devil back to pick it up before it clears the line. Matone picks off that one. Battled for at the near side boards and then back through. They ping-pong it around and it goes into the Rockets' end. Redmond picks it off. Menichello grabs it and steers it out, looking for the streaking Ulrich, couldn't connect. Devils will change 60% of their players. That's 3 out of 5. And Redmond steers it out of the zone. Cook, Ulrich, and Menichello for the moment. And Menichello will pop off as Kamerkar comes out to complete the change, and they'll change defense pairs as well. So Bruno and Fox on D. Ulrich will take the face-off at center. The New Jersey Stars logo faintly still there at pro skate. Ulrich there picks it up off the face-off loss and sends it deep. Trying to pursue around, it comes toward Fox's side at the point. She knocked it down once and then sends it back in. They send it around the boards to the far side. Cook picks it up at the hash mark, sends it down low for Ulrich. Kamerkar streaking in front. Pass goes into the slot. Bruno stepped in at the top of the slot to knock it down and prevent a break. Devils will move it up, but Fox interrupts it. Kamerkar picks it up, brings it down through the slot and sends it behind the net. Ulrich picks it up, sends it through the middle for Kamerkar, and she'll break out with Cook 2-on-2. Kamerkar nicely feeds Cook. Cook gets around the D, wrist shot, and she scores! Izzy Cook from Kirsty Kamerkar! And the Rockets jump out to a 1-0 lead with 9:23 left in the first. Kamerkar looking sharp early on. She did exactly what you need to do. She broke out over the center line. Cook was striding over the line on the right side, and Kirsty hit her in stride, and Izzy turned the corner, got to the face-off dot, and the wrist shot eluded Bridget Bayless on the glove side. 1-0 Rockets. That's the way that they wanted to break out here. Just over 7 minutes in. Devils with a chance down low, but Markland makes the save. At once with the left pad and the heel of the catching glove. Connolly stuck in the corner over there, tries to get it out. Bruno jumps through traffic. Rodriguez trying to feed Rizzo, maybe would have had a break over there. Wrist shot, Markland saw it all the way, and Waffle boards it to the corner where it's picked up by Bruno. Rodriguez tries to get it up, can't get it out. Connolly's going to grab it. The Devil player fell, and Haley's going to take advantage and send it right up the boards for Rizzo. She's 1-on-3, nowhere to go. Chips it past one. Has somebody streaking down the middle. That's Rodriguez in front. Rizzo looking to try to get it to the point, but was shielded off by 2 defenders. That's a live puck as the Rockets sent it down themselves, and Kira Redmond on her horse is the first one to get there. That's an expression. She's not actually riding a horse out there. Sends it up the near side boards. 99 in black got to it. Centered. Wrist shot, top of the crease. Rizzo's going to pick this one up, chip it enough to get it out. It's offside by a foot, and they finally do call it. Rockets will change it up. 8:01 left, period 1. 1-0 on the goal by Izzy Cook. As Grandma and Grandpa celebrate their granddaughter's achievement down in the bayou. Centering feed, but Menichello steps in for it, and she'll break out 2-on-3 with Hansen as the trailer. Hope gets through 2 and effectively works better than a dump. Centering feed can't get through. Redmond wrist shot can't get through traffic as one of the Devils players got a knee pad on it, a shin pad. Hansen battles through, sends it over the line on the left side. Comes toward the point. Matone with the slapper, and 61 just ate that one. Hopefully she's okay. She seems to be okay. She grabbed her midsection when she took the shot there. But now she's going to the bench, but hopefully she's okay. That's 61 in black. Comes to the far side corner. Nieves is over there, has a little help from Hansen. And the Devils bring it out. This is going to be a breakaway. They'll come down on Markland. It's 66. She comes in. Big save with the right pad by Markland. Arialis looking sharp, and she keeps it a 1-0 lead for the Rockets. Devils break in. That one gets on the glove and pops over the net. It was sitting on top, and they blew the whistle. That's a break for the Rockets. So by rule, when the puck is stuck on any part of the netting, the top or the sides, the referees are supposed to give 3 seconds to allow the players to negotiate it off of there. They blew the whistle there immediately. The Devils had knocked it off, and it could have well hit Markland's back and rolled in. So that's a sort of a break for the Rockets right there. Refs really are supposed to let that go for about a 3-second count, and they blew it rather immediately there. And the puck was knocked off that part of the top of the netting. And I'm not sure if it actually went in or not, but that would have been dangerous for the Rockets. That would have been a heck of a way to lose the lead, but they maintain it. So 6:14 left. Devils break in. Gets through one. That's 43 in black. Fox goes over there 1-on-2. Gets the stick tied up a bit. Was trying to use the feet there. And it's picked up by Fox again. She's got forwards ahead of her, but needs to skate it out a little bit. Sent through, it's going to be an icing. Was trying to thread the needle for Comercar and couldn't quite connect. Whistle and a stoppage of play. 5:54 remaining first period from Pro Skate in Monmouth Junction, New Jersey. Connolly on the dot, Rizzo and Rodriguez in the slot, the forwards. Devils win the face-off. They'll walk it right through the slot. A lot of traffic there. Goes to the far wing. Rodriguez chips it off. Rodriguez and Rizzo 2-on-1 if they hurry. And the Devils back check and don't even let the Rockets get it into the offensive zone. They'll bring it back in. They send it toward the net, but just wide of Markland. Reversed on the far side. Rockets are going to go on the penalty kill here. Redmond is going to go off for well, let's see if they call it a roughing, cross-check, something like that. But that's Kira, 71, going to the box. Let's see what the signal is. And they are going to call it a roughing. So Rockets shorthanded for the first time. The first power play of the game goes to York. They have a 10-3 edge in shots. They have a 1-0 deficit on the scoreboard, courtesy of Izzy Cook. Nieves on the dot with Connolly, the other forward, to kill it off. Fox and Matone, a couple of southpaws on defense. Rockets will chip this one out. Nieves got it a little too strong, and they're going to call the icing right away. Icing in effect in all situations if you're just tuning in or you don't really know what the rules are. If you send the puck down before that red line, the one right in the middle, if you haven't crossed that red line and you send the puck down and it crosses the end line, which is the one where the goal is, before anyone can touch it, then they call icing, and it's a face-off in the defensive zone of the offending team. And that is in effect in all situations at this level under these rules. Centering feed, it goes right through. Rockets get a chance to regroup there, and Matone prevents a shot from going on goal. They play it between the points. There's a shot that goes wide. Markland may have gotten a piece of it, but it looked like it was going wide anyway. They try that turnaround shot from the sharp angle, and Arialis makes the save in the breadbasket and never lets the rebound become visible. These are the two top teams in the AGHF standings. The Devils come in at 9-0, the Rockets 9-1, and so far the game is reflective of that. Two very good puck-moving teams playing very hard. One-timer, and Markland with the save! She got the right pad on it, and it hit off the outside of the post on the far side. Rizzo and Ulrich will kill it off up front. Ulrich goes to Rizzo. They can't get it through the D over there. 8 will pick it up, and she'll skate it in. Go through the left circle. Wrist shot. Markland save with the glove! She couldn't hang on, but the rebound trickles wide. Rizzo tried to get it out from the point. Wrist shot, knocked down. One-timer in front, didn't get a full piece of it, and Markland covers it up. Little chatting after the whistle over there. Girls probably trying to discuss what they think are, say, maybe the best restaurants in York or Dunellen to go to after a game, or perhaps in Monmouth Junction. A little friendly chatter at the goal mouth. Devils win the faceoff. They have 41 seconds left on the power play. It's the first power play of the game for either team. Redmond in the box. So that's one defenseman down for the Rockets. Fox tries to get it out. Comercar and Cook, the duo that combined on the goal, are up front. Fox chips that to herself, but can't maintain possession. Cook is going to grab it onside. We'll send it toward the net. Couldn't get it all the way through. 13, 12, 11, and now 10 seconds left in the power play. 1-0 Rockets with 3:35 in the period. You can see Redmond across at the penalty box, jump out, jump to the bench, and have Menichello jump on. So the Rockets have killed it off. Menichello will take a shift at center with Cook and Comercar on the wings. So the Rockets mix it up for a moment. Devils get it. Shot. Left shoulder save by Markland. Comercar sweeps all the way down to grab the rebound away. Plays it safely behind the net just to get it out of the scoring danger range. Bruno will grab it. Wait there off the backboards. Devils pick it up. That was Cook that picked off the pass. Wrist shot. Markland sharp so far. Knocked it away with the paddle of the stick, but the Devils maintain possession. Bruno knocks away a centering feed. Devils keep it in, send it down through traffic and wide. Curling behind the net is 30, but Menichello picks that one off. She'll break out 2-on-2 for the moment, but Cook has to peel off for the end of her shift. Menichello sends it down low. Nieves now jumps on with Hansen, so she'll jump in at center. Menichello goes back to wing. Hope is down low. Cece tried to get it to her own, just couldn't quite get it on the forehand. Hope caught it on the backhand, but couldn't really do anything with it there. Redmond had to go from a stop, and she was giving up sort of 2 strides of momentum to 43 in black, and she still managed to never give up the lead. Boy, if that was like a race car, Kira Redmond would be the best driver with the best car. The way she kept that little edge. Nieves chips it through and will go play it along the end line and behind the goal line on the far side and into the corner. Hansen battling there. It's 2-on-2. Puck squirts out. Menichello got a stick on it. Redmond tries to bunt it in. It's going to be another breakaway for the Devils. Markland stopped the first one, and Markland stopped the second one! She got it with the mask! That was sort of a breakaway, sort of a 2-on-1, but the breaking player was just ahead. Didn't really need the option to pass. The shooting option was by far the best, and certainly she made the right decision. With 1:18 left in period 1, and the Rockets holding a 1-0 lead. Connolly jumps out now. Rockets a little slow on the change there. Rodriguez jumps out. She's with Connolly, and once Menichello breaks to the bench, Rizzo will jump on, and Rizzo streaks into the picture. Rizzo picks it up. Oh, she couldn't quite get the handle there, or she might have marched in. Wrist shot goes wide by 53 in black and goes to the far corner with 45 seconds left in the period. Bruno sent it up the middle for Rizzo, couldn't quite connect. Those two connected on a breakaway a week ago, or just a little less than a week ago on Sunday. The Rockets were killing off a 3-on-5. Rizzo was the first player that was penalized in the box, and Bruno chipped it forward. Rizzo walked out of the box and was 30 feet clear of everybody on the ice for a breakaway. Short-handed still. This at even strength. As the Rockets holding a 1-0 lead with 30 seconds left, and they score! The Devils came in on the left side. It was sort of looking like it was going to be a centering feed. She put it at the net, and it hit off the near side skate, the left skate of Markland, and trickled in. So the Devils tie it with 25.7 seconds left in the first period. The shots on the board say 19-4 in favor of York. It doesn't quite look as lopsided as that when they're out there. So for the last 20 seconds, the Rockets will attack with Ulrich, Cook, who has the goal, and Kamerkar, who has the assist for New Jersey. Near side boards with 5 seconds. Fox will send it at the net. It bounces just wide. She was hoping for a seeing eye single, and the period expires. So 1-1 after 1. Marklin and Bayless will go to their respective benches before they switch sides. 19-4 the shots in the first period for York. It didn't quite seem as lopsided to me as that. So as both teams go to their respective benches, we'd like to remind you that we appreciate all of your support, no matter which side you're from. And I know that we had a lot of people on the York side watching our game last year, maybe not live, but on demand. And we all like to root for our daughters, our granddaughters, our great-granddaughters, our nieces, our cousins, our sisters, our friends, or, if we're watching on demand, ourselves. So we appreciate all that support. And if you'd like to see every time we go live, hit the subscribe button and the alerts button. And when we go live or upload any content like a better copy of the game, there's sure to be one of those after this, because here at Pro Skate, it's not the most friendly place to upload a live stream. It doesn't work out so well over here. So if you're getting choppy, then we apologize for that. There will be a better copy of the game up at some point later in the day. Referee drops the puck. He didn't even wait for Marklin. He never looked. Marklin just getting to the net right now. The referee never looked and never checked the goalie to see if she was ready. Bayless was in ahead, but he didn't check with her either. Marklin was at the top of the hash marks, at the top of the slot, still retreating back to her net. And fortunately for the Rockets, it doesn't cost them right there, but that's like rule number 1 of the referees. You got to make sure that, you know, before you drop that puck to start the period, and we should say liftoff period 2, you got to make sure those goalies are in there and ready. And it didn't happen right there, so good job by Marklin to at least be alert to that. And she was kind of waving her hand up there to say, hey, what's going on? And the ref said, yeah, I guess we're going. So he dropped the green flag, and that was that. Rockets retreat back into their own end. Devils are pressing, but Matone's going to pick it up, reverse it to Redmond. She's going to come to the near wing. And the Devils will retreat into their own end. Kachish was the one that was there. I'll try to get you some of the names in black. Devils in black from York, Pennsylvania. Rockets in the white jerseys today. To simplify it, to make it all black and white. Centering feed can't get through by Nieves. It's banked up the near side wall. Picked off by Bruno. She's a defenseman, and she'll pinch in and follow that. Period of the long change, but when you can have the puck in the offensive zone, it's a short change. Ulrich jumps in to pick that one up and keep it behind the end line. Rockets have 4 down low, and Bruno retreats back to the point now. Rockets nearly put themselves in a situation where they had too many men on the ice as Rodriguez was trying to jump out there, but fortunately she kept 1 foot on the bench and never actually inhabited the ice surface. Ulrich's going to bring it in. She's got Cook in the middle, and now Cook at the post on the far side. Kamerkar the other wing. It's sent up to the point. Redmond hustling to get it. It's not going to be an icing because it's not going to make it far enough. Goes toward the middle. Ulrich knocks it down. Sent toward the boards on the far side where Cook is. Brought up and now sent in by Fox, and it is going to be an icing. Whistle and a stoppage of play. 14:20 second period remaining from Pro Skate in Monmouth Junction, New Jersey. The AGHF Showcase, game 1 of 4, game 1 of 2 today, and a doubleheader on Sunday. Devils tried to get that down low. Puck gets sent out through neutral ice. Rizzo was trying to break away on that one. He nearly had it. That puts a lot of pressure on the defense because they know they either have to make a play or it's going to be a bad result. Turnaround shot doesn't get through. And Rizzo trying to get it out at the point, can't quite do it. Needs a little help. Gets it from Matone. Knocked down with a high stick by Rizzo, but now played. Rockets are going to have a face-off outside of the zone as the Devils send it in offside. Clock still running, and they stop it after an extra 3 seconds. Rockets technically the home team here, so they are, for the showcase, responsible for the scoring and the clock, and that is being manned by Anthony and Regina, our dynamic duo. Comes to the point on the far side, sent down, got through some traffic but not all, trickled at the net, and Markland covers up. It's 1-1. There's 13-18 left in period 2. The top 2 teams in the AGHF standings. The York Devils at 9-0, the New Jersey Rockets at 9-1. The winner, at least for the moment, will take over sole possession of first place. Nieves chips it into her own bench. Well, it was off the stick of one of the Devils there, it looked like. Nobody the worse for wear as Coach Jeremy Jacobus retrieves the puck and flips it back in. They'll face it off right in front of the Rockets bench. Coach Jeremy, hard to see there, but he's the one that's standing, well, was standing momentarily. Now he's sitting down and chatting up one of his players. Coach Bob Connolly is at the side of the bench closest to the scorer's table, and the Devils are going to have another breakaway. This will be their third. 66 comes in, she shoots, and another save by Markland! That's 3 for Arialis. Number 2 has stopped 3 breakaways so far. .12:39 left. Period 2. 1-1 Rockets and the York Devils. York putting the pressure on. Rockets struck first, courtesy of Izzy Cook, who has the puck right now. Cook sends it toward the net, but it was knocked away, and Bayless sweeps it away. Kept in at the point by Matone. Ulrich is going to pick this up. Battled along the far boards. Actually, that's Comercar. Ulrich's in the slot if they could find her. She was trying to get behind the D. Still battled for and kept in at the point. It's not kept in at the point. It's offside. Matone was there. She was spun around the other way. When she did spin the right way, by the time she just turned, she got the stick right on the puck. I don't even think she saw the puck when she spun, and it went in offside. The face-off fires right into the bench, just next to the head of Coach Bob Connolly, who moves out of the way with the dexterity of a lizard, kind of like the way Neo moved in The Matrix. That's Coach Bob. Comes to the boards on the far side. Kamerkar has Ulrich streaking down the middle, but her pass could not connect. Oh, Cook was trying to sweep in and grab that one, but the Devils are going to pick it up and they'll move it in along the far side. They send it along the dasher and off the back wall. Bumped over there and comes to the point. It's knocked out and it will be moved in and out for the offside. Maluzio tried to keep it in. She moved it back out, and then under pressure, she sent it right back in with all four of her teammates in there. That's why they're going to go all the way down into the defensive end for York. That's what's called an intentional offside. It's completely a referee's discretion, and they don't often call it in this part of the country. If you go to central New York, they'll call practically every offside at this level an intentional one, as Menichello rips one and Bayless got the glove on it. That was ticketed for the top right angle of the net. As I'm giving lessons on Hockey 101, Hope Menichello's saying, hey, pay attention to me. Nieves on the dot, Menichello on the right side, Hansen in the slot, Redmond at the right point, Matone between the points. They win the faceoff again, same thing, but this time one of the Devils got a piece of it with the shin pad. Fool me once, shame on me. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. No shame on the Devils player there. They battle for it in neutral ice here, and the Devils will pick it up, send the pop-up in to the left of Markland that Matone is going to pick up and send around the near side boards. Didn't give Hansen much time, so she's got to reverse it. Gets a little help from Nieves, who chips it up the near side boards, but Hansen didn't have any time to recover there. And the Devils keep it in. 10:45 left, period 2 from Pro Skate, the AGHF Showcase. 1-1 Rockets and the Devils. Rockets in the red, Devils in the black. Just to simplify it. Send it in. Hansen still out there in pursuit. She was on the near side and couldn't complete the change as Rizzo and Connolly are out there. Hansen will flop over the boards and Rodriguez will jump on. Comes into the Rocket zone, wrist shot. Markland got handcuffed a little bit, didn't know where it was. Thought the rebound might have been right below her, but it came to the near side corner, which is actually, if she could choose, where she would want it to be. They battle for it in the near side corner as we hit the 10-minute mark of period 2. Sent up the far side, but not all the way to the boards. Chipped toward the middle. Rizzo trying to shield the player off. Got bumped off, was maybe looking to push off and go off to the races. That one sent right through. Couldn't connect with Riz, and it'll go down for an icing. 9:43 left, period 2. 1-1, Rockets and the Devils. 23-7, York the leader in shots. 19-4 it was for the first period, so 4-3 for York here in a tighter played second as far as the shot clock is concerned. Connolly on the dot. Rizzo and Rodriguez in the slot. Wrist shot off the face-off win is knocked down by Markland and covered up. Exciting times here in this part of New Jersey, which is pretty equidistant to Philadelphia. New York centered in front. Markland has it between the pads, and she freezes it right there without moving another inch back, because if she did, it would have been a goal. And the referee goes in to make sure and sees that, in fact, that is the case and calls no goal. Arialis got it, but that was a close call. Exciting times just outside of Philly here. The Philadelphia Union of MLS fame is Markland in a goal mouth scramble, knocks one down and covers it up. The Philadelphia Union of MLS will be playing in for the championship. And the Philadelphia Phillies will later this evening try to be hanging on in the World Series as it shifts back to Houston for Game 6, and Phillies fans hope for a Game 7. Chipped out. Ulrich's going to break out with Cook 2-on-2, but it's interrupted right at the line. It's onside because Even if it had gone over, the Devils player brought it back in. York now skating it in, but they can't keep it in. Cook there, using the body, 1-on-2. Comes to Fox, and she sends it across for Bruno, who's going to try to turn the corner. Whiffs on the puck, but took the man with her. And York's going to break in 3-on-1. The Rockets got caught. Wrist shot. Markland save, and she covers up. Oh, boy. There was a rebound that was loose over there. There's going to be a penalty here. Markland lost the helmet on the hit in the goal mouth. Let's see what the penalty is here. There's no immediate indication of what it is. 3-on-1, York broke in. The shooter never passed, which is usually good news for the goalie. It's going to be a roughing, and it is going to be Aaron Bruno that goes in. So the Rockets will be shorthanded for the second time. I guess on the goal mouth scramble, the York player got pushed from behind the referee's, in the referee's view, by Bruno. Coach Bob, I think, saying that there was interference with the goalie prior to that, in which case would be the reason why somebody would try to clear somebody out. Nonetheless, Rockets on the penalty kill for the second time. They killed off the first one. Hansen and Nieves will start it off up front, killing it off, and those two work to get it out. Sent in offside, well offside. They'll face this one off at the center ice circle with 8:24 left in the second period of a 1-1 game and 1:43 left in the penalty to Aaron Bruno. Hansen wins the face-off cleanly back to Matone, who sends it toward the middle. And Hansen knocked it down to prevent what maybe would have been an icing, but it wasn't that strong. Hansen steps in and knocks away the puck for a moment. Wrist shot, sharp angle. Markland got the glove on it, but couldn't corral it. The Devils trying to play with it down low. One-timer doesn't get at the net. Nieves battling for the puck, wheeled and spun by 8, who sent it just wide. Sent at Markland, and it finds its way in. Lucio sent it from the point, was just looking to get it on net. It took a funny hop. It looked like it crawled up Markland's right pad and just rolled over. The puck got on its end. It looked like it crawled up the right pad and just went over. So the power play goal puts York up 2-1 with 7:51 left in period 2. The Rockets had the first one, and then they lost the lead, and they've lost the tie. They'll respond here with Ulrich, Kamerkar, and Cook, the line that created the goal in the first period. Cook trying to sweep it in, can't quite corral it. Phillips battles with Ulrich over there. Phillips shakes off a couple, and she'll get it into the zone. Phillips still with it. Phillips all the way down to the middle, and finally just encounters one too many Rockets, but does get the possession, at least for the moment. Ulrich will send it out, not strong enough for the icing, or is it? And it is. Ooh, the York player slowed up a little bit at the end, and that was very, very close. If they had canceled the icing, you could have understood the call. Face off to the right of Arialis Markland. That's the stick side. The Rockets win it, but they can't get it out as the Devils send it back in. Comes along the near side boards. Devils in black, Rockets in white. 2-1 Devils, under 7 minutes left, period 2. There's a check right down there. The backside referee has it called. The front side ref, who it happened in front of, didn't really have a good view of it at all. But the backside ref saw it, and they're going to call the interference penalty on 22 in black. So that'll send the face-off all the way down to the other side on the offensive zone. you'd say, geez, the front side ref was right there. He was 2 feet away, but he was shielded by one of the players, and the backside ref had a much better view of it and decided to make the call. So 6:50 left, period 2. 2-1 York Devils over the New Jersey Rockets, who have their first power play of the game. Connolly on the dot, Rodriguez in the slot, Rizzo on the far hash. Devils will jump in and win the faceoff, and they'll carry it into the zone. 1-on-4, sharp angle shot. Markland makes the save, leaves it right out there for Redmond to come out with steam. Rodriguez couldn't grab it and corral it. The Devils send it back in. Goes up the wing on the far side. He's maybe looking for Rizzo, but the pass offline. Kacic will skate it in, spin, shoot it just wide of the net. Rockets on their heels here. They have a power play, and we'll see if they can actually get set up. Offline pass will go out and allow the Devils to play with it in neutral ice, and they do that. Work it around, send it toward going back in. Matone's pass can't connect with Rizzo a little too strongly. Devils get it in, and they send it deep. Kira Redmond sends it up the near side boards. Rockets trying to get it out. There's 3 Devils over there, so they're bunched up. One of them comes out of the fray. She still has it. It's down low, banked off the near side boards, but Connolly couldn't connect with Rodriguez there. Rizzo is over there, can't steal it. Rockets still can't get this puck into the offensive zone with the power play. Rizzo gets it in the skates, trying to send it forward, just can't grab it there, and the Devils bring it in. There's a steamroll right there. Both players okay. 66 against Connolly, who gets up and shakes her head. Puck was there. There was no real hit involved as Rizzo takes a slide, looking to decide between getting to the bench and getting out. Devils just about to kill this off here. They have 8 seconds, but the Rockets are going to try to break out. Just not connecting on passes right now. They nary got the puck over the center line, let alone the offensive line, on that penalty kill. That's an offside on the Devils. And even though the Rockets had the power play there, they could use that whistle. A little out of sorts here. They had a 1-0 lead. And they now trail 2-1. Nieves on the dot. Menichello, who grabs that one, along with Hansen are the wings. Fox and Bruno, the D, left to right. Menichello trying to pick off that pass, can't quite do it. Bruno pinches in at the point, battles over there. Hansen trying to keep it in. Devils get it out. Devils bring it in. Looking, sent at the net, goes just wide. Centering feed all alone in front, they can't corral it. Top of the slot, they try to get it through, pop up, no infield fly rule called. And the puck finds its way into the Devils bench. 4:03 left, period 2. 2-1 York Devils over the New Jersey Rockets, the top 2 teams in the standings of the AGHF. And this is the first game of the AGF Showcase. The first of 4 for all of these teams this weekend. Rockets will play 4:30 Eastern Time this afternoon against the Philadelphia Bells, who they play seemingly on a weekly basis at this point. And then they'll have 2 games on Sunday, one at 8:15. Don't forget to set your clocks back. That makes the 8:15 start a little more palatable for those night birds like me, as Cook tries to bring it in. She's got the Rockets goal. She's 1-on-2. She's trying to go wide, but can't get around. It's going to be a possible breakaway here. Phillips finds Ulrich there to break up her designs on adding to the lead. Phillips knocks it down. She's 1-on-4. Tries to send it through the slot. Matone bunts it forward for Ulrich, who's got to go to the far side boards to pick it up. Sent toward the net, but outside of it as we hit the 3-minute mark here momentarily. Period 2. 2-1 York. The Rockets had a 1-0 lead on the goal by Izzy Cook, but the Devils have responded with a pair. Devils have a 28-7 lead on the shot clock. Cook from Comercar, that's how the first goal started. Cook tries to fire it, but draws two Devils right there who tied her up. Cookie maybe was looking for the penalty there. That sent in. It hit off of Matone's stick, and they're going to call the icing. Maybe it didn't hit her stick. It went through the wickets of Matone. I thought they were going to negate the icing because of that, but they don't. 2:22 left. Period 2. Connolly on the dot, Rizzo in the slot, Rodriguez on the right hash, outside of the near circle. Bruno and Fox, the defense pair. Devils win the faceoff. Kochish stops, reverses it. Bruno's trying to get to it at the near side point, does, but there's two Devils there and they get it out. Connolly tried to get it back to Fox, but just kind of whiffed on it over there. Didn't whiff on it, but just didn't get enough to get it there. Rodriguez looks up for Rizzo, can't quite connect on the backhand, and they play with it in neutral ice. Under 2 minutes. Rizzo's got it, has to dump it. She's 1-on-4. Rodriguez does come in on the outside, meets the puck carrier behind the net, and forces the play to go up. Connolly is covering the point there as Bruno was trying to pinch in, turns and gets it out. Comes to neutral ice with 100 seconds left, and now 94 left in the period. 2-1 York Devils over the Rockets. Rockets will change it up as the face-off will come to the left of Bayless. Nieves on the dot, Menikillo near side wing. Hansen in the slot. Nieves can't win it. Let's see if the Rockets can pick it up anyway. Comes to the point, and Bruno does just that, but they still have to fight for it. Eventually York gets it out. It's going to be a 1-on-1. Bruno hustling back to make it a 1-on-2, and Fox sweeps it away. Centering feed knocked down by Hansen, and that gives Fox enough time to pick it up. Near side wing, they send it out. If this puck crosses the line, it'll be an icing, but it's slowing and still has enough to make the icing. It almost didn't have enough to make it to the end wall there, though. 1:03 left, period 2. Rockets now find themselves fighting a deficit, a 2-1 deficit to the York Devils in black. Ulrich with Matone and Comercar as we play out the final minute of the second. Comercar chipped it. Ulrich almost off to the races there. Was trying to chip it out. Redmond, Ulrich, they battle. Devils will get it into the slot and send it wide. They've done a lot of that. Goes to the far side of Markland, but still behind the end line. They play with it. Matone grabs it there, tries to get through one. Centering feed hit off the side of the net, and Izzy Cook's going to pick it up, send it toward the middle, but a step too far ahead for Comercar. Cook sends it down. That'll be an icing. She was just a couple of feet short of the center line. May or may not have had room there. She probably wants that one back. And with 22.1 seconds left in period 2, the Rockets find themselves having to defend. These are the times when you absolutely, positively do not like to let up a goal, and or you really love to score one. In the first or last minute of a period, those goals for some reason seem to loom larger. Rockets will get it out, so they'll force the Devils to get out. Down to 8 seconds. Matone's going to get this. She just needs to get it out of the zone. Does that. And the last 2 seconds will expire as the referee let the last offsides go because there was less than a second that would have been left should he have blown the whistle. So we are through 2. And it is 2-1, the York Devils over the New Jersey Rockets. 28-7 the shots for York. That's 9-3 for the second period, but the Rockets found themselves without a shot for the last 10 minutes or so of the period. They're going to have to change that if they want to erase the deficit. And we know that we haven't seen or said this enough over the course of the season so far that the Rockets don't need a ton of shots to erase deficits. They are a potent crew, and pretty much anybody that's out there at any given time is capable of scoring. They're going to need some of that scoring now if they want to take away the undefeated blemish, or the unblemished undefeated record of the York Devils in the AGHF. Coach Jeremy has given way to Coach Bob Connolly. No one more familiar with this rink than Coach Bob, who is vociferously instructing his troops. And we don't usually hear Coach Bob this, let's say it loud. He is really trying to inspire the girls to pick it up here for period 3. The referees have stayed in the penalty box, so the Rockets figure, hey, we may as well stay over by the bench until then. Bridget Bayless now will defend the goal to the YouTube left. Arialis Markland, after she takes her final sip, will go defend the goal to the YouTube right. Ari has been busy, saving 26 out of 28. Bayless a little less busy, saving 6 out of 7. Nieves with Menikillo and Hansen, Fox and Bruno on D. Liftoff, period 3. And the Devils will break in 2-on-1, but the pass can't connect. Oh boy. I don't know if the Rockets they don't really need to start taking chances. They need to just play their game and be consistent here. The time really, in a 1-goal game, the time's not a factor until about the last 2 minutes. Nieves up the near side wing with alacrity trying to get through. And that was knocked away. It's going to be maybe another breakaway. Wrist shot, save with the left shoulder, and the rebound is in! So Markland stopped one breakaway with the left shoulder, but the Devils are able to sweep in the rebound, and I mean it crossed the line by about just the length of a puck. 30 in black will take the lead on the celebration, and 43 seconds into the third, the Rockets have a 3-1 deficit to deal with. They change it up. Ulrich now with Cook and Kamerkar. Ulrich's going to break in, 1-on-1, trying to get through, gets down low, sharp angle shot, Bayless with the save, and the Devils knocked the net off the moor, and there was nobody near her. Boy, that's a borderline penalty right there. So Aaron Hess with the goal, 30. Hess makes it 3-1 for York. She put in her own rebound on the breakaway, the first now of 4 essential breakaway chances that the Devils had. Sent toward the goal by Ulrich on the faceoff. Kamerkar goes between the points. Redmond tried to get it through traffic. Devils pick it up and they'll skate it in. Maluzio. She'll turn the corner, but without the puck, and just shields Redmond away with her. Sort of like a wide receiver running down while the quarterback has taken off behind with the ball. Sort of faked her out there. Devils keep it in. Trying to turn the corner. They can't do it. It's going to be a 2-on-2. Ulrich and Kamerkar. Ulrich with a Brett Favre type pass. Way too strong for Kirsty to be able to pick that one up. And the Devils pick it up. Knocked away by the charging Rodriguez, who's going to pick it back up in front of her bench. Try to center it for the middle. Gets the foot trip over there. And the York player sitting on top of her. Wrist shot. Markland knocks it down with the glove. Matone swept it aside. Comes down into the near side corner. Rizzo's going to pick it up there, draw some defense, get help from Connolly, who's going to move forward into open ice on the right side. Rizzo's at the back door. Connolly will skate it around. Connolly trying to curl. Connolly centers it for somebody there. Bruno was trying to streak in late. It was sort of 2 in front for Bruno, 2 behind for Rodriguez, but into open ice. Devils bring it back into the zone themselves, so no offside on the Rockets there. Devils now in neutral ice will bring it in and send it down. Bruno up the far side wing. Rodriguez uses the body to shield off, was trying to send it into open ice for Rizzo, who's trying to force the play and make something happen. Rockets, time not a factor yet with 14:04 left and 14 minutes now. Rodriguez selling out, trying to get that one over to the streaking Rizzo. Rockets change on the back. They have numbers back there, so not a threatening move by the Devils as it might have looked from your perspective on YouTube. Sent up the far side wing, tipped over there, and not going to have enough juice for icing, but plenty of juice to allow the Rockets to change. Nieves trying to pick that one off. So the Rockets don't have to take chances, but they do have to play with an aggressive style here against a team that can really move the puck and skate. They'd like to test Bayless a little bit more here, and they're going to have to do that if they want to erase the deficit. They should have at least 8 shots up there. There was one before that they haven't given the Rockets on the board. So, although sometimes Anthony and Regina will, during a stoppage of play, add up some of the shots that they haven't put up on the board in real time. Our dynamic scoring duo. Redmond knocks it down. Minichello picks it up. He's going to try to chip it off the boards. Hess is going to pick this one up. She got the 3rd goal, centering feed. They walk down the middle, but Ulrich back checking picks it off. They send it to the point on the far side. Matone chips it forward for Kamakar. She and Ulrich just 2 inches apart. Make it a little easier to defend for the Devils, but they do get it in. Trying to streak in at the point was Bruno. Forced that puck to go into the Devils bench. Whistle and a stoppage of play. 12:33 left, period 3. 3-1 York over New Jersey. That's the York Devils in black, the New Jersey Rockets in the white jerseys. Ulrich on the dot. Devils with a late change here. They probably shouldn't have allowed that, as the visiting team technically, they don't have the benefit of the last change. Here's going to be potentially another breakaway. Backhand shot. Markland gloved it. I think it was probably going wide, but wisely she doesn't take a chance. They do put the shot up on the board. That's a hard angle for the scorers to see. I have the perfect one. Ulrich with Kamakar and Cook. Kamakar in a foot race. Gets interfered with. Gets knocked down. No calls. Now listen, that is just a stick here and a stick there, but when there's a loose puck and you're streaking and you're fast the way Kamakar is, that's a call that you can make as a referee. It's interference. He's interfering. There's no puck there. If the puck is right there, they're allowed to battle for the puck. If the puck's loose and a few feet ahead, and especially the way that one was, she was impeding Kamakar's chance at the puck. Kamakar chips it. This is Connolly down the middle, gets off a shot, but it's wide of Bayless. She doesn't have to make a save. Connolly battling for it down low. Kamakar still out there. Rodriguez as well is there. So once Kamakar, that means she's at the end of her shift. Rizzo will come on as soon as Kirsty gets to the bench. You could see that behind the play. And now you could see Grace Matone send it up the middle. Rizzo chips it. This is Rodriguez, tries to center it for Connolly. Oh, it was a good look. Didn't quite get through. And it's a 2-on-1. Connolly hustling back to try to make it a 2-on-2. It's chipped at Markman. She misses the cover, but she gets the whistle. Woo! Big break for the Rockets there. The puck somehow ends up in the back of the net. I'm not sure how that happened, but the whistle was blown. She came out to cover it. It eluded the glove, and the referee blew the quick whistle, because what they don't want is, they don't want to whistle and then players trying to whack at a loose puck with the goalie in a prone position after the whistle. So that was an assumption right there. That's our hockey version of the neighborhood play in baseball, where you're trying to turn a double play and you get the ball. Hansen's going to break in up the right wing. Tootie, wrist shot. Bayless save, rebound. She swept it aside. Hansen handcuffed Bayless there, but she stayed up and made the save. This one's going to be sent down for an icing if it has enough gumption, but it doesn't, so Redmond has to play it. Hard off the glass on the far side, but not quite hard enough to get out, and Hansen knocks it away. Nieves puts pressure on and sent back in across the ice for Matone, who picks it up. Menichello has to retreat a little bit, 2 steps back, trying to get one forward. Spins, sends it right up the middle, was looking to break Cece, who was maybe looking to deflect it to Tootie on the far wing. Hess, wrist shot, save, rebound, chipped wide. Aaron Hess had the third as we exceed the 10-minute mark of time remaining. Hess nearly had the fourth. Redmond uses the body to shield off Phillips. It goes behind the end line. Nieves is helping out over there. Phillips back and forth. Redmond. Phillips is going to walk out of the corner. Wrist shot, save Markland. It's loose underneath. It's still loose, no whistle. And finally the whistle there as 3 or 4 Rocket skaters crowd the crease. And fortunately for the Rockets, no Devils were in there trying to get behind. That puck was just loose underneath Markland in the back of the crease. And eventually, once she closed her pads, she was able to get the whistle. Devils putting on pressure here. Fox knocked away the shot with a skate. Cook handcuffs Kamarkar on the pass. And the Rockets just can't much get it going here. They're going to have to start connecting on those passes and on the breakouts if they want to erase this deficit. Neutral ice play. I'll just let the picture tell the story now. There's not much of a story here. They're ping-ponging it in. Sent down with the puck on its end. Bruno will send it up the near side wing for Kamarkar. She has a little room and sends it for Ulrich, but Ulrich gets company quickly from Felix. Phillips is going to bring it in 1-on-3. Tries to go up the middle, but that is just what Bruno could have asked for, and she takes the puck away. They're still battling hard, but and the pace of the game is still fast, but there isn't too much going on. Connolly trying to spring Rizzo, but just a moment behind there. Had to hit her a little bit earlier, 1-on-3. But now they got to start thinking about what they're going to do to get some offense. They don't have to sell out and take risky chances. Oh, Rizzo was trying to break away there. Rodriguez, this is her first game, 36 for the Rockets, as she's just gotten healthy and been able to join the lineup. She hasn't had much practice time, but Mia fitting in very nicely, very quickly. You can see maybe she and Riz have some chemistry there. Riz breaks out, but didn't have enough juice over there to get through. 7:29 left. Rockets need to figure out how they are going to crack this 3-1 deficit to the York Devils. The first meeting of the season between these two. Slapper goes in front off of a pad of one of the Devils. Rebound score. That'll push it to 4-1 with 7:10 left in the game, and it's starting to look like it's not going to go the Rockets' way today. With 7:10 left, that ref is looking for something going on there. I think they definitely ruled it a goal, but it's like he's looking at the net to see if maybe there's a hole somewhere. So Amber Maluzio, might actually be her second of the game. She's the one who found the rebound down low and put it past the prone Markland. Maybe they were just looking for the puck in there. It just might have gotten stuck in one of the funky spots. It's definitely a goal as they're facing it off, and the goal's been put up on the board. Nieves on the dot, Menichello and Hansen on the wings. Nieves and Matone on D. Menichello brings it in. She gets bumped from behind and sends it across the end line. Tries to pick it up again, still trying to get it to herself. Comes to the point, Redmond pinches in. It's going to be another breakaway. Their fourth or fifth of the game. Yates, wrist shot, save, Markland! Rebound swept aside! Matone got it. Boy, you couldn't ask for a better effort from Markland on the breakaways. There was one that she stopped the breakaway and the rebound kind of trickled in and Hess was able to punch it in. But you stop 4 or 5, and now she needs a little magic from the skaters out there. Hansen putting pressure on. Nieves, Menichello tries to get it in. Couldn't sweep it through. Matone bumps it out. Redmond's over there. Sent down by Menichello, and they're going to call the icing. Rizzo was right there, but she was right along the boards. It must have just skipped over her stick. 6 minutes even left. And we talk about this when we get games where there's a 3-goal difference. It really starts to become a factor in 3 goals difference with about 5 minutes left. Then you really have to start taking chances. A 2-goal difference we usually settle on about 2.5 minutes remaining, and a 1-goal difference maybe about 1.5 remaining. So the Rockets are just about at that time where they got to think about changing things up as Markland gobbles that one up with the catching glove. She's going to be busy this weekend. Her platoon mate, Emmeline Lacey, not expected to be around. Although there's a very good chance she's watching. So Emma, if you're there, we all pass along our regards. Izzy Cook's going to grab it, send it through. Kamerkar tries to get the break. Kamerkar trying to turn the corner, gets the stick lifted and can't get through. Kachish looked like she was the one who got back, and she stayed strong. Kirsty creating some stuff in her first full game since game 1 of the season. She had a great assist. They come right down the middle. Wrist shot! Markland with the save with the blocker all alone in front. Centering feed, Bruno chips it away. Cook has some room over there. She's got Kamerkar ahead, sends it into a spot where it's going to work more as a dump than it would have been a pass. Rockets got to now officially here under the 5-minute mark. They got to start taking some chances. They got to get the deficit first back to 2. Then they could work on where they are from there. Connolly will jump out to take this face-off. Rodriguez on the right, Rizzo on the left, and Matone and Redmond on D. Connolly wins it, sends it to Matone, couldn't quite get the handle. Bunted forward, looking for Rizzo over there. She's 1-on-2. Rizzo picks it out 1-on-2 and gets the dump. Rodriguez will pursue from the other side, waiting for that puck to come over there. She does, uses the body, knocks it down. Connolly sends it back below the end line. Rodriguez gets it again, gets slew-footed over there, but keeps the puck. Connolly spins, tries to get it to center. Riz was there, but she was tied up, and the puck came about a foot shy of where she was. Rodriguez comes all the way out and helps steer the puck back to Redmond, who's under pressure from Phillips. Redmond up the far side wing. Connolly got a piece of it, and Maluzio will retreat. Sends it up the near side wing, but picked off by Rodriguez. A strong debut for 36. We expect that she's going to get even better as she starts to learn her new teammates. Rizzo forcing the play. Those two make the trap, and Connolly picks up the loose puck. Connolly marches in, wrist shot redirected, by Maluzio. Centering feed had Rodriguez streaking down the middle, and she was tied up. Down to 3:30 left. Rockets have a 4-1 deficit. Got to get that next one here if they want to have any prayer. Redmond either tripped or was tripped up over there. She turned back and looked at the ref. She's having all kinds of trouble getting up. Did she lose her escape blade? No, she just seems to have just had trouble. Reared back on the slapper, and a blocker save by Arialis Markland. She stopped a whole slew of breakaways. 4 have eluded her, but it could be much worse, and they got to start taking some real chances and rely here on their last line of defense if they want to get back in it, but it's looking less and less likely with each tick of the clock, which now reads 2:40 remaining in the game. Near side wing, a little too strong for Kamakar. She has to hustle it back into her own end, ties up a player, can't get it out. Hansen comes in late to corral it a bit in the neutral zone. Bruno up pursuing. Those are the kind of chances they have to take as Hansen retreats to cover the back. She jumps off for Cook. Bruno and Fox now back into their regular defensive spots that you'd expect as Ulrich, Kamakar, and Cook are up front. They created the one goal. It was really Kamakar to Cook. And Cook bangs it back in as we hit the 2-minute mark. The Rockets need to hurry here. I don't think that we'll see Markland get pulled with a 3-goal deficit, but if they get it down to 2, we might well see it. Fox. This was a 2-1 game heading into the third, and Hess and Maluzio made it into 4-1. Devils break out. They've had more of a defensive structure here the last few minutes. Once they got to 4-1, they started playing a little bit more defensively, not pursuing the extra forward in there. Ulrich now with Rizzo. Puck bouncing around, trickling through. Doesn't quite connect. Sent in toward the area in front of the Devils benches. We're down to 1:10. Devils will send it at Markland, who knocks it down and sends it aside. They'll just rag the puck along the end boards as we play the final minute now at Pro Skate. The first game of the day is going to end up going to the York Devils against the Rockets, and they'll move to 10-0 in the AGHF. The Rockets just with their second loss in the league. Near side boards. Kochish keeps it in. Centering feed. Still alive over there. Matone shields off her player. Puck's still alive at the end boards with 30 seconds left. Devils will play with it there for another half minute if the Rockets can't get it from them. Centering feed goes through all the way to the near side. Kochish, long headhunter right there, almost hunted her own player. Rodriguez and Rizzo trying to work one more piece of magic with 14 seconds. The win-loss has been decided. This one's going to be sent down. No icing with 8 seconds. Rizzo still on her horse as the time is going to eventually expire. Rodriguez maybe trying to pick one off to see if they could get one last shot. And that will do it from Pro Skate. So a hard-played, hard-fought battle goes to York in the first game of the season between the two. 41-9 the shots for the Devils, so the Rockets didn't get what they were looking for on the shot clock. And they will be back at it here in just a few hours on another stream. And that will be from Iceland in Hamilton Township, where we can almost certainly assure you you'll get a better version of the live stream. There's just not much power here to get the stream out. Not much service where we can really do that. So we'll have a better copy of this game uploaded hopefully very, very quickly. And actually now the final shot's 43-9 it says. So that will do it for game one. Rockets back in action against the Philadelphia Bells right here on this YouTube channel. So if you're looking for the live stream, go hit it at about that time, 1:15 I think it is. Oh no, 4:30 Eastern. As the Rockets head off to the locker room for the first of their 4 games this weekend now complete. We'll probably do either one coach interview at the very end of things, or maybe just one after the second game today. We won't have one for you after this one. So if you hit the subscribe button and the alerts button when the better copy of this game is up, you'll be able to check that out. And anytime we are streaming live or putting better copies up or putting any kind of other content here on the channel, you'll know about it. We're glad for your support, no matter which side you're from. These all are our daughters, our granddaughters, our great-granddaughters, our nieces, our sisters, our cousins, our friends, or if you're watching on demand, yourselves. That'll do it from Pro Skate in Monmouth Junction, New Jersey. This is Joe Rizzo. Thanks for watching New Jersey Rockets Girls Hockey.